Hello everybody and welcome back to Satisfactory. I am so excited. We've got a lot planned for today. First thing we are going to do is I believe we have collected a lot of materials. I left this running when I went to dinner the other night and just let the materials build up. So I'm excited to see how much we've built in just that amount of time. Because we set up the power system in the last episode and left it running with enough machines, we didn't have any power failures during that whole time. As you can hear over there, the machines are running. Today the goals are going to be to create the space elevator, and then I also want to readjust our factory because we got the ability to create screws out of iron ingots. And then I want to create the awesome sink. We'll be talking a little bit about that soon, but we need to unlock it. And if I have the parts available, if we can find the pieces we need, I want to research overclocking because I feel like I want to, in this series, I want to learn how to and kind of aim towards maximizing our efficiency. And then if we can get all of that set up, then we will go do some exploring for a little bit, see what we can see. Now that we have our parachute, we can reach higher heights, which means that we have a lot more interesting things to see and find and potentially get some cool rare resources. So we'll go do some exploring. And then when we come back, hopefully we will have the 50 advanced plating. I can't remember what it's called. The things the space elevator needs, hopefully we'll have that stored up, and then we'll turn in that order. And that is our goal for today's episode. And I think it's achievable. So, let's go ahead and give ourselves a thumbs up to inspire ourselves. Let's get to work. Alright, let's go take a look at our factories. Do we have room for stuff? Yes, we do. And one of the great things, one of the reasons why I like having this tower here is because when we have our parachute, we can much more easily get to our factories, both those ones, but specifically the cement factory over here as well. We don't have to just jump and slide like that. I mean, we can still jump and slide. It gives us some momentum, but we have a lot more options. Alright, that's created quite a bit of concrete. So let's just grab a few of those. We don't need to grab all of them. Check on our power. See, yeah, the max consumption has been 68 megawatts that whole time, and since we can control for 90, we've been good. We can let this thing just run and go do. Like, if we want to just go exploring now, we'll come back to even more materials. But we're going to actually resituate our factories first to make them more productive. Alright, so we are here at the copper factory. Let's go ahead and open this. Wow, we got quite a bit of wire here. I'm just going to grab 4 of those stacks. And let's see what our cable looks like. Yep, tons of cable here. And take those. Excellent. Time for iron. Alright, tons of plates. These are going to be wonderful. Wonderful amount of plates. We're going to make a lot of uses of. We're going to need a lot of conveyor belts in this game. Tons of rods. Excellent. Excellent. And screws. Alright, not as many screws, but these don't create as the same rate as those. Hopefully we're going to be able to eventually balance out these machines and make it so that way they're efficient. They're not waiting on resources or backed up with some. So let's go ahead and just take a few of those as well. We're going to actually put these 2 in there. All right. So yeah, we collected those resources. That was nice. We have automation, so we don't have to create things anymore. We can just collect them. Let's make some storage here. I want to be able to just have a whole chunk of these available. So let's just put everything in there. Okay, we don't have room for that, but we want one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those, one of these. So we can put that in there, and get that back. All right, perfect. So we've got a full stack of each of them. How are these machines going? Full on both. How is our storage? Wonderful. So we don't have to worry about our power for a while. We could set up probably another factory. In fact, I think we might set up another factory and just have our smart plating be all for one. But for now, let us see what it takes to create the space elevator. All right, that is very easily achievable. We put away half these materials. Oh, all right, hold on. So we just need more iron plates, more rods, and more wire. More wire. There we go. There we go. So where are we going to put it? I want it a little out of the way. It can be a little bit of a pain to navigate around sometimes. And we don't need it too often. And we can always move it later when we have better room for it. But for now, I think we're kind of done with this little area right here. So what better place than right there? Such a fabulous machine. I love that all the pieces just kind of fly out at you and gravitate towards it. So this is our space elevator. I'm just gonna let it play through. You can watch the glory of it being built. And connection. Glorious.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all.
Once again, destined to save
and only Fix-It pioneers
reality.
offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
For the company. Okay, so what do we need to do next? We have a space elevator, so we are now able to start working on phase 1 of our objectives. It's not part of these milestones. It's a separate thing entirely over here, so we have to create those in addition to that. But once we complete phase 1, that will unlock phase 3 and 4. So we can complete all of phase or tier 2. And then be kind of locked out of technology until we complete that to get to tier 3. So it'll behoove us to work on that pretty quickly. But we have a few things that we also want to work on here as well. In fact, we may even be able to unlock them outright. So part assembly is going to be required because that's how we actually make the smart plating, as well as modular frames, rotors, copper sheets, and it gives us the assembler to do all that. Jump pads are interesting because they're a way of launching yourself and getting around. However, they take up power and you have to enter them at a very specific angle. As you see, there are stairs, and so I don't like it. And the jelly landing pad is fine and all, but if you land in the direct center, it takes forever to get outside of it. So we may be just skipping the jump pad technology altogether until we just feel like unlocking it for just, fun. But anyways, logistics 2 will give us faster belts. That's kind of nice, but I think the thing we're going to actually focus on, we're going to unlock part assembly first because we need all this. But the thing we're going to focus on and make sure that we get done today is the resource sync bonus program, and it'll tell us all about that. But the awesome sync, the awesome shop, we want that today, and so that's what we're going to go for. But let's go ahead and select this milestone and see what we got. Let's drop that. Alright, so we just need some rods and some plates. Easy enough. Rods and plates. There we go.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler.
She's so
Fix-It
catty.
cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
She's so, I guess passive-aggressive, maybe? I'm not sure if that's the correct, but look at that thing. We're going to be able to see this, like, almost anywhere on the map we are, but... Alright, so the next thing on the agenda is rebuilding this factory system, because in the last episode, we unlocked a new recipe that means that we can completely eliminate that machine right there out of the screw making process, and that just gives us more freedom to work with. And so I want to kind of simplify this a little bit and prepare our copper mine as well, because once we we unlocked it now, as we can see here. We unlocked the assembler, which we're also going to want to put in there. And yeah, that's the second thing, is I want to actually build on that iron node a smart plating factory, basically, to create the necessary objects for part 1. Oh, that's what I was saying, is because we unlocked the assembler, we now have the ability of creating copper sheeting, so we have a new item from the copper factory to be made, so I want to make sure that we start making that as well. So let's see, which one do I want to start first? I think we shall adjust our iron farm and our iron factory because it's satisfactory and all. Let's start on this one, and then we'll move our way over. Alright, so what's the best way to do this? First things first, let's create another storage container. Let's put that over here, and let's fill it with everything we've collected so far. Let's create 2 storage containers and fill it with everything we've had so far. We're going to have a lot of stuff in this, I think. Alright, broke that down. We can get rid of this constructor. That conveyor belt. Now on this constructor, let's change it over to screws, the alternate cast screws, and let's look at what this takes. So 5 iron ingots at 12.5 per minute will make 20 screws at 50 per minute, as opposed to 1 iron rod to make 4 screws. Interesting. So this is going to make quite a bit more screws at, let's see, what does it take to make iron rods? 1 to 1. Okay, so... Okay, alright, so this is going to be producing quite a bit, so we're going to have to take that into consideration in this factory. We're going to leave that there. We're going to keep these both producing the same way. I think that's all the changes we're going to... Hello. I think that's all the changes we're going to make here for this factory for now, because that's all we really wanted to do, was just kind of simplify our machines. No, we don't need that. Oh, no, you know what? No. No, we will expand on this. All right, I got some ideas. I know what I want to do. Let's put that down there. That down there. And we're gonna put a splitter right here. Whoops. We're gonna put a splitter right there. And a splitter right there. And we're gonna put one container and two containers. Alright, so that's gonna go in there. So it's gonna start filling up with screws. It's probably gonna fill up very quickly. We're gonna put this conveyor belt up here. And connect it right up there. Perfect. So that's going to start feeding that iron rod. So that will be our storage for those. We can just keep that there for now. Alright, so now I want to take those iron rods and those iron screws and put an assembler here. Alright, I need some reinforced iron plates. But we are going to put, let's see. Let's say 3 assemblers. We're going to get ourselves 3 assemblers going. How much power does that take? 15 megawatts. We're going to have to also take a look at our power situation because we are about to significantly expand our factories as soon as we get our plates going. And the cool thing is because I left this going while I was having dinner, it went for a long enough time period that we have enough resources that I don't have to keep running back and forth to make this. I can just handcraft out 24 reinforced iron plates really quickly. The 12 rotors will probably be easy. Wow, we can make exactly 12. Well, we could make exactly 12 rotors. So we'll need to grab just a few more items. Alright, so now we have the ability of making 3 assemblers. And 3 assemblers we shall make. We don't have the ability of making, I mean we do, but we don't have the way that I would prefer to start going vertical with this. So currently we're just going to kind of expand it out. But eventually we'll try to be a little more efficient with our build. So let's build that one there. Line up 3. May not be the best, but we'll figure it out and we'll move as necessary. Alright, so we've got 3 things that we need to make in order to make smart plate. We actually only need 2 things to make in order to make smart plating, but we have 3 things to make in total. So the reinforced iron plates, which require regular iron plates and screws. The modular frames, which require reinforced iron plates and rods. And the rotors, which is rods and screws. So we are going to need one of these machines in front of the other. So let's see, the modular first. So these 2 right there. Okay, so let's change around our factory a little bit. Alright, so now that we have that out of the way, now we can put a splitter here. Hook that up to a conveyor belt. It's not in the best position, but whatever, it's out of the way. There we go. Okay, so this one is plates and screws, but you know what? The screws machine is quite far away from... Let's change that to wire. Let's change this to cable. So those are essentially going to stop because they don't have the item that they need. Alright, so this is good. We're going to take that out of there. Yeah, we're just going to switch up the positioning of the machines to make the screws be closer to this one. And this is backwards. All of these are backwards. So that one there. And this one is going to make reinforced plates, which are going to be needed in the next machine. So let's expand out that way. Splitter, conveyor. Storage unit, conveyor. More space because ever expanding. And another assembler. With the conveyor belt going in there. Okay, so now this is making reinforced iron plates, and then we need that for the modular frame. So we're gonna make that there. So we need some iron bar or iron rods, which are now being made. Wait. Yeah, which are now being made in this machine here. So let's go ahead and turn that into iron rods. Turn this one into screws, alternate cast screws, so that both of those are going now. We'll work on the rods in a second. Let's get our screws going in here. And our plates going in. More foundations. There we go. That's got a nice shape to it. Alright, so these plates are going. Those screws are going. These are in no way in the most efficient setup because I'm sure the screws are going to be outputting much faster than the plates are. But we'll worry about efficiency at another juncture. Alright, so we got those going. Now we need rods going from here to here. Oh, that cuts straight through that. We can't have that. That cuts through that. I don't like that either. Let's try building backwards. There we go. Alright, so that's going to feed rods into here. That's going to make the modular frames that we need. So we got frames, plates. Now all we need are rotors, and that is screws and rods as well. So we're actually going to split the rods that we have. We're going to take them into another conveyor belt. And we're going to take these screws. Oh, we're missing iron plates. Hey, we're out of resources for once. Alright, let's go over here to our iron plate storage, where there are plenty. In fact, that's going to start backing up very soon. Alright, we're going to put another assembler down right there. Keep everything nice and compact. We're going to feed the screws in there. And that in there. Don't like the way that that conveyor belt looks, so we're going to change the style to default. And we'll make this default as well. There you go. In case you weren't aware, there's a couple different styles of ways to build certain things like conveyors and pipes, and so we have a straight method, which is what I've been trying to use for all of that you get these nice clean curves. But then you have kind of more of a free-form way to do it, so I don't know. Not sure what's best, so I just try to use what works. Alright, so now we have it set up to make plates, frames, and rotors. But there is one problem, and some of you may be seeing what that problem is. For those of you who do not, those don't have power. These have power, as you can see them running, but those are sitting stagnant because they have absolutely no power. Oh, there's a second problem. So that goes into storage, but these don't go into storage. Nothing's being made yet, but might as well make sure that that has storage right off the bat. Okay, so let's get these all wired up. Missing wire. Now let's swing by our copper factory with a nice quick parachuting. That should have been a slide, but it didn't work. Oh, that's cable. There we go. You seeing the joys of the factories here? Just being able to just grab what you need. And soon we're going to have a kind of centralized storage area where everything kind of comes to us. So we're going to put this power line up here and connect it to both these machines here. We're going to connect that as well and put that back here on this one. We're going to connect that to this machine. And I guess that's it. Just those three machines. Alright. Each of these cost 15 megawatts of power. And that's definitely going to be putting us over our budget. So, I think what we're going to do, since we seem to have plenty of biomass left, is we're just going to duplicate this right here. Get ourselves 180 megawatts worth of power. And just go from there. We're going to try to make it to coal as quickly as we can. Because that's just a much more sustainable way to power our factories. We're going to set this to a solid biofuel. And what we're going to do here is we're going to actually delete that and get ourselves a splitter right there. And we're just going to split the singular container of biomass between the two of them. And just kind of go from there. Let's connect this up to one of these. I don't want to do it all the way down there, so let's delete it from this one. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but we'll put it just directly next to there. Alright, we'll get better wire management at some point, but for now, we'll get a mess. I'm going to try my best not to spaghettify this place. For those of you who know what that means, then obviously, you know how hard that's going to be. So wish me luck. For those of you who don't know what it means, just wait a little bit. I'm sure I'm going to fail at that and spaghettify as soon as possible. But for now, we have that feeding into that. Oh, that feeds into that. There we go. So that's going to start pushing out biomass, of which we have plenty. That's going to go in here. Let's just feed that right now. Just get that nice and full. Alright, and we're going to put these 3 on this power line. And that to there. Alright, so now all 3 of these machines should be fed and running. Yes, they are. And we have a capacity of 100, this is a little hard to read right here, but we have a capacity of 180 megawatts of power. We're currently consuming 68, but as soon as we hook up these machines, that's going to be a little over 100, I believe. I don't know. Do math. Yeah, if we press N, we can do. We have 68 currently plus the 45 of power. That'll give us 113. Nice. So let's go ahead and connect that one to there. And that should put that all along the system. Yep, 113. Perfect. And that is starting to build. See, it's filling with screws. And as soon as it gets one more, it is constructing an iron plate. Excellent. And then once that plate is once that's made, it'll go through here, fill up here. That's going to make a frame. This is already working and making some rotors. Excellent. Oh, well, the first plate, I guess, is going into storage. Alright, so our secondary items factory is complete. So now that just needs some time to run and it'll fill up and start making things. We need 3 reinforced iron plates to make this. And as you can see, it's a little slow. But we'll figure out the best way of doing that later. As I mentioned, one of our goals is to overclock, to research overclocking. And that will help our machines work a little better. So, let's leave that for now. Let's see how much more power can we scrape out of this stuff. Let's do some math here real fast. All right, so our next goal is to put a smart plating facility right over there on that node, on that specific iron node right there. We actually have either 2 or 3 over in that direction as well, untouched, so we can utilize those at some point. Typically, I would say, like, I would just use these splitters here and, you know, take the reinforced iron plates that I need, take the rotors that I need, and you know, split those off, and then have smart plating being made by that. But I feel like that's going to be too slow. So I want a whole dedicated smart plating, because we're going to need those stuff for, I'm going to stop pointing. I'm going to start thumbsing up. We're going to need those stuff for, you know, other stuff as well. We're going to need those pieces. So might as well just stock them up there and just let our smart plating be built by all those pieces. Just being made by all those pieces themselves, and nothing gets split off from there, so it is as efficient as it can be, just without adjustment. So the first thing we need to do, as you see here, we have a to-do list, so let's get ourselves a portable miner. And then we're going to need iron plates, reinforced iron plates, and rotors. I don't think we have enough rotors built up, so I'm just going to handcraft them. Same with the iron plates. But a little bit later, hopefully, we'll have a better stock. Okay, so I did the math here in the little built-in calculator, which I forgot to mention I love, because You know, I'm not great at it, so I always have to, if I'm going to do it in my head, I'm going to have to double check myself. So it's just nice to have this here. But for the next set of factories that I want to build, it's going to bring my total power consumption to 179 out of our current capacity of 180. And that 179 fluctuates. As you see here, it's consuming 38, then 41, then 56. So depending on which machine's running, how, if all the machines are running at any given time, it's going to give me, a lot more consumption. And that's where we start getting into circuits breaking. And then we have to, all of our machines shut down, then we have to go fix the fuse and then add more power and all that stuff. So we are going to set up our machines, but we're also going to attach these two biomass burners for 20 megawatts each. We're going to attach those to these things here. Put those there. Those will be idle until we connect them up. We don't need to connect them up just yet, so we'll leave them be. But let's go ahead and start building our next factory. This is going to have a little bit of an incline to it because there's an incline to the actual surface of the ground. And I don't know if I were to build it this high back there, I don't know if we'd have close enough distance to the node. I'm just kind of eyeballing how long this factory is going to be, because given how long this factory ended up being, I'm assuming it'll be close to that. Alright, so now let's get ourselves a miner plopped into place. We're going to do that right here. You know what? Let's save ourselves a little bit of forward room. Let's put our miner facing backwards there. Let's copy our smelter and put it forwards here. Keep everything nice and neat. And then just hook our conveyor belt in this way. So now that can produce iron ingots. Alright, so we saved ourselves a little bit of room instead of having to move our way up there first. Alright, so now that we have that, we're going to want a splitter on this. Actually, let's put that splitter here. That conveyor belt in there. Alright, so the iron goes there, feeds into here. We're going to actually feed that splitter into all three of our constructors, because we're going to need iron plates, screws, and so plates, screws, and rods. All three are necessary in the production of smart plating. Alright, so the iron's going to feed into all of this. Once again, not going to be the most efficient factory, but once we research overclocking, we'll be able to actually tune this down so it'll make less. But in doing less, it will just be running as efficiently as possible, and we'll actually use less power, so that's kind of nice. Alright, so let's figure out the order of our assemblers next. So we can just copy that right there. Alright, so once again, we're going to need that right there. Right there. Smart plating is reinforced plates and rotors. So reinforced plates are screws and plates, and rotors are screws and that. So let us make a splitter here. gonna be tricky. All right, let's move this forward. All right, there we go with that. Then it goes into there, and that goes into that. Okay. Alright, so what we know is this middle conveyor is going to be screws, which means that this one should be plates, and then this one should be rods. So if that one is screws and rods, that makes rotors, and if this one is screws and plates, that makes reinforced plating. We're just going to scoot this forward a little bit and turn that into smart plating. And that is how we are going to build our basic smart plating factory. And since we're just going to be collecting, it's just going to go straight into the storage. Excellent. So now let's get this all powered up, and in order to do that, we're going to delete this wire, which connects everything to everything, actually. So that we need to make sure we connect that back up. So let's put it there. And then let's put it here. And let's go ahead and bring it right here as well. And then we'll connect back up to everything over there. Excellent. So now that we have a few different connections, we can take this one, link that, take this one, and we're going to link both of those. And we're going to take this one and add another one back here. We're going to take that one, add one right there, link that, and link that. Bring that back here again. And we're going to link this miner and the smelter. Alright, so that's everything that we have linked together. And we're consuming 179 out of 180 here. So, with that being said, let's go turn on our second biomass burners and just give ourselves a little bit of breathing room when it comes to our power struggle. So we're only going to plug in the one to give ourselves, because that gives us 200. We don't need to burn biofuel in both. In fact, let's just take the biofuel out of there and just go ahead and add it to that. Alright, so now we have... it's going to be a little bit before we can check on all the different pieces. Actually, no, we can check the screws and rods and stuff, because I'm sure those are being built already. Alright, there we go. Our rods are going into that machine. Alright, it's a little slow on the uptake of the iron ingot, but, you know, that's going in there. See, the benefits of having this second factory is that those are being split off into storage, so half of it is going into the machine. So these are only getting fed half of what they could possibly get fed off the same thing. Although there is a second thing doing iron, but regardless. This one, nothing's being split off. All the pieces are going towards the end product. So, just slightly more efficient. And you know what? Pros, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if my mindset, because honestly, I haven't really looked up tutorials. I've watched a few of y'all, or a few of the YouTubers, the pro YouTubers, do their factories. But honestly, you guys are so advanced. Like, you guys are just smacking down factories like it's nothing. You're like, oh yeah, just connected all this. It all makes sense. So all of this that I've built here, I've just kind of learned through trial and error. So if I'm doing things absolutely wrong, if I'm just making things so much harder for myself, please let me know. Give me some tips. Alright, with that, we have another milestone that I want to complete. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to do the awesome sink for now. I think we'll save that for the next... I want to climb up here. We're going to save that for the next episode, building the resource sink bonus program. So actually I didn't need to select that milestone. Can I unselect the milestone? No, I can't. Oh well, didn't need to select that, but it's on my screen now. You know what? We could probably just complete this order right now. So you know what? No, we don't need those. That's how we'll get it on. That's how we'll get it off our screen. Is we'll just do it. All right. So 200 rods, no screws. 200 plates. 500 wire. And 500 concrete. I mean, we only need 400, but the 500 will work. And that is how we're gonna get it off our screen. There we go. So we researched it, but we'll build it in the next episode.
You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as Awesome. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the Awesome Resource Sink will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome Shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Alright, so what we're going to do with the end of our episode is first we're going to go grab some iron plates. I like to just have the basics on me while I go out. Just for safety. But yes, we are going to go out into the world, go exploring, see what we can see if we can find an extra hard drive. Oh, I did forget to mention, in between last episode and this, I found what is known as the summer sloop. It's a scannable object. I found it. I thought I was recording it. I was gonna I was showing off the parachute, and then I found it, and I'm like, oh, I'll grab it. But apparently I was not recording, so unfortunately you did not get to see that. But you get to hear about it right now as we research it.
Summer sloop analysis completed. Summer sloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy,
let the energies harvest until the waves reach our shores.
similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner.
All right, so that is a little bit. You got a little taste of the story mode here, because there's obviously when you find some of the alien technology, it has a tendency of speaking at you, saying some weird things. So I look forward to finding out what those things are. There's a slug up there. We'll have to get up there. Now that we have our parachute, we can reach some seriously high heights. Being able to travel over great distance like this, sometimes you're a little slower than you could be on foot, but just not having to deal with the woes of ground travel, it's very nice. But yep, we are going to go out exploring. I'm hoping to find another hard drive somewhere. Because then we can start unlocking alternative recipes, and that will greatly change the way that we approach our factories. And I do want to unlock those recipes early. I don't think I want to save on them. I don't have a lot of experience with this game, and so I don't want to limit myself due to... Okay, so there's a group of those guys, so there might be something nearby. Yeah, I don't want to limit myself on what I can and cannot unlock, because honestly I don't know what's worth it. I am going to, try to do my research and see what is better than others. Okay. You know what? we're up here now. See what I was talking about with the parachute? Like, revolutionizes our gameplay. We don't have to worry about these enemies. We don't have to worry. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Nice try. Valiant try, everybody. Good effort. A for effort. But you know what? I'm out of here. And we are clear. Oops, we're stuck in a tree. We are clear. And that is what I call a success. Ooh, sulfur.
Unknown chemical element collected. This non-metallic and multivalent element seems to be present only in a solid state, and exhibits a most pungent smell. It is fortunate fix-it helmets are of such high quality. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Oh, so that thing's attacking us, and there is another piece of alien technology. Ugh, it is really getting us. Okay. Oh, that's why there's so many, is there's 2 of these things. Let's take care of this one. Okay, they're after me. Let's, you know what? We don't need that technology just yet. Let's wait till we have a little bit better stuff. Let's keep going. I don't want to die just yet. It's been, several days without an incident. Alright, so that way is poisonous, so we're not going to go there. We will eventually when we unlock our gas mask. But I will take some more sulfur. And we're far enough away from there that I feel safe enough to lay down a MAM. I want to lay down a MAM, but first we need some reinforced iron plates, so let's just go ahead and do that real fast. He sees us. Excuse me, sir, we're working here. I'm busy. I will get to you later. Well, I guess I got to him now. I was busy though. Let's go ahead and lay down another MAM. Alright, so this is useful. You can lay these down in the wild and just kind of do some quick research, which is nice. Because now that we've researched sulfur, we can actually scan for it.
This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools.
Explosives. Here's another copper node, which is good to know. I feel like in this game, it wants you to go up. You find better things the higher up you are, but you also find a lot more danger. It's our goal to stay alive. And I'm not above running away, as you've seen. Okay, I feel like there's something up there, which gives us perfect, but there's also some gas, it looks like. But this gives us a perfect way to show off the thing that I was trying to show off earlier. And so you just do like this, get that, then you catch a nice little updraft, and then, oh, there you go. Almost. Nope. So let's come back here. Let's try that again, get a little higher. And before you know it, we are up top. I don't know if that's a well-known tactic or whatnot. It's just something I discovered that if you just kind of throw yourself. And I like getting a high advantage point because then you can see the special things right there. I don't want to grab that yellow slug just yet. We're not really in need of slugs. Oh, the sun is setting. How far away from the space elevator? see what I told? See what I said? And you can see this thing practically everywhere. I don't know if you can see it practically everywhere because I've only been midway across the map. I've only discovered probably about 25% of this on my own. I haven't seen any of the rest of it. Let's see if we can ride our way up this rock. Yes, we can, and there's some danger. But there's also some goodies. Whew. Yeah. Alright, and we'll grab this slug because you know what, we're up here. And see, now we have access to other things that are tall. Don't think we can get over there. We can definitely get down there, but there's another blue slug over there. Now you see how this game is definitely all about the factory. Well, it's not all about. This game is a lot about the factories, but look at this open world that we've got. All right, I think I want to make it over there. I can see right there that there's one of those egg nest enemies right there. But it looks like a Mercer sphere here. And then we could probably kind of shoot our way up this way. And maybe there's something up there. So let's... Okay, I guess we're falling. All right. I was going to take a running jump, but then I backed up and started to fall. All right. Oh, this is a big guy. Let's eat our vegetables. Come over here. And let's get him. Hey, buddy. You want to dance? Ooh, he's got a lot of my health. Ooh, okay. Punch. Get him. Get him in the butt. Get him in the butt. Get him in the butt. Get him in the face. Get him in the butt. Get him in the side. Punch him, and he is done. Even without the Xeno Basher, which is the upgraded version of the weapon, even without it, we are a force to be reckoned with. Alright, and fun little fact, if you're nice and sneaky, these things won't spout bees. And we're just gonna come up here and give it a little bam, 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 bam.
Play for us.
Hey. I don't have any songs to play for you yet. Don't have the boombox, but I'll give you some finger guns. Give you a little applause. And I'll wave at you, but then you are mine.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application.
I'm gonna go in this direction. I'm not gonna grab that slug. I feel like the ground slugs, the ones we can see on the ground, we can grab at any time. Like, you know, if we decide we want to just go, if we need to go find a slug, we can just go run, find a high spot, look around, grab a slug. But if we find a slug at the top of one of these things, then we're definitely going to grab them. I mentioned overclocking earlier in the episode a couple times, and those slugs are the key ingredient to do such a thing. So yeah. All right, let's try to ride our way up here. Ooh, like that. Almost. We're gonna come around the back side. We didn't get all the way up, so we're just gonna go for another attempt. Okay. Well, it got us most of the way. Let's parachute again. Nope. It's really just a crapshoot. There we go. I mean, no, this shoot is amazing. A+ job on items. Really? Nothing up here? I feel a little cheated. Feel like there should have been something up here. What can we do from here? Alright, well, let's go for this one. That rock seems like it's definitely something. These rocks anything? It doesn't look like it. Kind of slide our way up, get onto this little platform, get up here. And it's not looking like we can make our way up, but maybe around the backside. Okay, we're making some progress. And I hear an enemy, which makes me think that there is something of value up here. There we go. Okay. Oh, he's a big guy. All right. Oh, and there's that. All right, let's just take these out fast. Okay. Oh, we are about to die. There's got to be something here. There's got to be something here. Okay, so that rock, we can... Explosives, I'm assuming. You know what? Yeah, I'm good. Wrong address. I'm sorry. Wrong address. I'm sorry. I won't. Yeah, come after me, huh? All right. You know what? I think that was enough exploring for the day. We have a Mercer sphere, some alien parts. We got some sulfur. We got 2 blue slugs. I wasn't able to find any hard drives, which kind of bums me out. But maybe we'll start exploring in the next episode. We'll try to get the hard drives right at the beginning of the episode and let that kind of judge where we want to go. We do want to swing by our factories before we close out, though. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. We do want to swing by our factories before we close out and see just how much it has produced. I may, once again, leave this going, doing a little AFK mining. That's an enemy that I haven't figured out how to defeat because I don't have a gas mask. That looks like coal right there. You know what? Let's go check this out real fast. Is this coal? We're about to land anyways. Okay, yeah, this is an enemy, but what are you hiding? What do you have? Bacon. Nothing. Yeah, I don't know how to fight those enemies, so I just don't. They spit out a poison gas. That is not fun. Drains your health very quickly. Oh, here's another thing. Okay. Alright, we'll get 2 Mercer spheres. We're gonna sneak up on this guy. Because I just really don't feel like getting attacked again. Yes. What about the tapestry? I'm all ears. Talk to me. What's up?
Harvest.
Yeah? Yeah, I'll harvest. There you go. Feel better? I would say that it does. Alright, so we're here at our secondary items factory. We've already made 18 modular frames and 29 rotors. That's going to be great. That's going to be important soon enough. I feel like we were also making something else. What were we making? This, right? Ah, yes, 30 iron plates. You know, I'm just going to grab those right now. That's going to be useful. Though, all these items are going to become very useful in the things that we're going to be building soon enough. So that's why I wanted to have their own storage for this. Just build up as many as I can. Because we're going to need a lot if we want to expand. And, of course, we want to expand. Alright, let's go ahead and research this Mercer sphere. Oh, actually, before we do that, how about our smart plating factory? How much have you done? 20! Wow, we're almost halfway there. We're halfway to our goal. We'll definitely be able to complete that in the next episode, but we'll do that in the next episode. Let's research this let's research this Mercer sphere. And then we'll see where it is.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific.
Witness our scripture. Witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Satan says all.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Did Ada not hear that? Is Ada not tuned in to that frequency? It's an interesting question because I know that Ada talks to us through our brain. So, wow, that is a gorgeous shot right there. But yeah, Ada talks to us through our brain. So, you know, what is that? What is the Mercer sphere talking to us through? It's so fun when things come together and you can see the progress. That was one of the reasons why I got this lookout tower, and why I like to unlock this early on is I can kind of just get a bird's eye view right here and just see the progress we've made. Look at that. Remember the beginning of the episode when it was this tiny little factory over there? That was an empty node. I mean, that looked the same. We'll work on that. We'll work on that factory. All we need to do is add another constructor to it, but that's not going to be a problem. We doubled our power here. Oh, it is looking like we have ran out of biomass, so we are going to do that. In between now and the next episode, I'm going to run around and collect a whole bunch of leaves and stuff, and we'll fill that, make sure our power situation doesn't drop to 0, because we don't need that, or at least below what we need. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna think about all that we can do in the next episode. I do know that I want to make the resource sink at some point, and probably soon. But anyways, that is where I'm going to leave today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward for more Satisfactory, because I know I am. If you did, please consider subscribing. Drop me a like. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.